Welcome to the Morning Update. I'm Erin Roan. The neighbour who was gunned down in an ambush on Queensland's Western Downs will be laid to rest today. Alan Dare was shot dead along with 2 police constables last week. His funeral service will be followed by a procession of classic Ford cars. XC Cobra owner Troy Postel says he'll be driving Alan's widow to the service.
I don't know the guy, I don't know the family at all, never met them. But it affected me, and I thought, well, if I can do something to make the family's day a little bit more memorable for the right reasons and send Alan out in style, then I'd love to be part of that.
There's growing pressure on dating apps to drastically improve safety for users following the alleged murder of a Sydney teacher. Ashley Gaddy has been charged over the death of Danielle Finlay-Jones, with police looking into whether they first met online. Australia's eSafety watchdog wants to see an overhaul of security, with the New South Wales government already flagging a revamp. Relationships Australia CEO Elizabeth Shaw says it's clear reform is needed.
There is a social responsibility for companies to look at the unintended consequences of their commercial behaviour, and I think we've got some really serious consequences that need to be taken into account.
The federal government's cap on gas prices kicks in from today. The price will be limited to $12 a gigajoule, about half the previous spot market rate. It's hoped the move will help to put downward pressure on power bills. The Northern Territory and WA are being battered by Cyclone Ellie. The Category 1 storm has become the first cyclone to make landfall this summer. And the Sydney Fish Market's 36-hour marathon pre-Christmas trade event is underway. 100,000 customers are expected through the doors before they shut up shop at 5 p.m. on Christmas Eve. To sport now, the Sixers have notched up their first win of the men's Big Bash season, beating the Hobart Hurricanes by 6 runs. Jordan Silk taking a screamer of a catch right on the boundary rope to wrap up the match for Sydney.
It's out! Of course! It's Jordan Silk in his 100th game, another metre, and they were right in it.
On Fox Cricket there, and there are reports World Cup hero Lionel Messi has signed a new deal with his side Paris Saint-Germain. It will see him remain with the French domestic league for at least one more season. And for even more sports news, make sure you check out the Sports Update. You'll find it wherever you're listening to this show. In entertainment news, Jimmy Barnes has been released from hospital after major hip and back surgery. The 66-year-old says he's pretty excited to be home in time for Christmas. And the Kardashians are spreading some Christmas cheer. The reality family showering dozens of underprivileged mothers and their kids with gifts and makeovers, as well as Christmas dinner. And that's the latest from the Nova Podcasts team. We'll see you later on for another episode of The Update.